Hail Kingdom, I got a small talk for you in Path of Exile 2. Let's start with official announcement that you're probably already aware of. Yeah, the new season comes very soon. On December 12th, you can play as Druid in a new 0.4 update, The Last of the Druids. We will have live stream from GGG on December 4th, where we will be granted information on upcoming patch with everything that is new, on all changes and what's going on. Also, if you never tried this game and you just trying to seek some information, you will be able to play the Last of the Druids content on this weekend, on December 12th. Fully free. Yeah, it will be completely free, but don't forget this game will be free anyway, so right now you need to purchase key to access early access, but it will be free. Well, now you know the news. How it's tied to evil plan Jonathan Rogers have to destroy all other ARPGs. Well, it's pretty simple. Everything lies over here in a release date, December 12th. And I don't know how they managed to do it, but they just pulled this stuff twice. If you don't know, previous patch, which was patch 0.3 Rise of the Abyssal, was pretty delayed, but it got released in August. Released with a big drama and controversy. Every YouTuber made a video about this stuff, what's going on. Basically games like Path of Exile, Diablo and other ARPGs mostly is seasonal games. There's economy, but economy tends to inflate. So if you want to start Path of Exile 2 right now, you will have hard time getting enough exalted orbs to get at least one omen of homogenizing exaltation, for example, if you're just starting out. If you're lucky and you get divine orb, yeah, you get 2.5k exalted orbs, almost, but again, prices all over the place. However, in the beginning of the season, you can get every orb you need, like most of resources, pretty cheaply. You can trade for items for reasonable prices. And right now there's almost no good items on the market, because everything is already bought, or I guess sold, or some items with just absurd prices. So it's a lot funnier to start a new fresh league in a fresh economy. And we can clearly see this in Path of Exile 1 current players' statistics. Basically every spike is the start of new league, so it's a big spike of players, then a few weeks go on and players base is halved, then it's halved again, and just a little bit of players left who are still playing. This is true for every ARPG, and this summer in August, Last Epoch made a little bit of mistake. That's a chart for Last Epoch Online players, and as you can see, it's pretty big early access period, followed by insane successful launch in April 24. I mean, year was 2K24, and it was really big release. Then it took insanely long time for them to get ready for Season 2 release, so it was almost 1 year. Of course, it's not good for any ARPG, seasons need to be shorter. And player base dropped pretty fast, because it was pretty failed release. There was like a lot of problems with it. They promised that they will change the approach and will make better season next time. Guess what happened? Well, half of players didn't believe it, so they never showed up. And unlike most ARPGs, which kinda lives for at least like 2 weeks, maybe a month, this died in 4 days. That's it. Not fully, but it fully died in like 1 week. Why? Well, that's what every YouTuber made a video about. So here, Gazi will show us pretty good circle, and it's like perfect rotation for him. Yeah, there's a bunch of ARPGs on the market. It's POE1, POE2, Last Epoch, Diablo 4 of course, there's a bunch of other RPGs. And in perfect world we will have like 2 months of Last Epoch, followed by like 1 day of Diablo 4, followed by 2 months of PoE, followed by 2 months of POE2, then back to Last Epoch, and so on and so on. It's like perfect world for content creator, or for some ARPG enthusiasts who like to play this game solely. However, what POE2 did? Well, they basically waited until Last Epoch will announce when they will release this season, Season 3, and it's big for them. And POE2 just announced that they will release 0.3 basically at the same date. They moved the release date a little bit after, so it actually 1 week after Last Epoch. And even though this patch got lots of problems with character balance, it's basically leak of dead eye in Path of Exile 2. Still, it just destroyed Last Epoch. What happened next? Studios that developed Last Epoch got bought by Krafton, it's a Chinese or Korean studio, and now they're announcing major expansion. And that's another super big problem, because expansion kinda tells us that we need to buy it. But when Last Epoch just released, they promised that we should never buy anything for the game. So it's like fully functional experience forever. I guess it will scare loads of players away, and probably this game is done. I like the systems, it's a little bit simplified Path of Exile game, so it's a lot more interesting than Diablo in terms of systems, a lot more easier than Path of Exile, so it was a good game, but Jonathan Rogers came in a clutch and destroyed them with this release. Of course, not only him, but come on, it was a big stuff. And now they did it again. Yeah, basically on 11th of November, around like 11th of November, we got information that next season for Diablo 4 will start December 9. Now you see where I'm going. Yeah, December 9 is Tuesday, and GGG just like to release games, patches on like Thursday or Friday, so it will be Friday, December 12th. Basically, they're releasing the update on the same date. And I'm really curious, is this just a luck or its intended strategy? We will see based on Diablo Online on Steam, I guess. Normally every season kinda survives for 1 month, but I'm curious what will be in the next season. Because some casual players play Diablo mostly to have some classes that is not present in Path of Exile 2, for example. One of them is Druid, and guess who is the most anticipated class in Path of Exile 2? Yes, it's Druid, and guess what? We will get Druid in 0.4. Yeah, it's a Druid patch, it's actually called Last of the Druids, but I guess there will be no Last of the Druids, 99% of players will play Druid no matter what. And basically they did exactly the same thing. They waited until they will understand when Diablo 4 will be released, and after this they basically confirmed a release on the same day, or at least in the same week. And you know what? I'm completely up to it. I think Path of Exile 2 is just insanely cool game. They making great changes, and it's nice that they competing hardly with other games, at least it looks like. It was never confirmed that they trying to compete with other games, but come on, everything is on the surface. I want to see what you think about this topic, so make sure drop your opinions in the comment. I will read and reply to every single one. And also I played loads of Path of Exile 2, loads of characters to level like 97, some of them is level 99, but I never played Path of Exile 1. I decided to give it a try, and you can see how it went in the video on the screen right now.